Aloha and Fuamatu Ma'afala. I'm Jennifer Love Hewitt.
And I'm Orlando Jones. Welcome to Maxim's NFL Beach Bash, the best thing to happen to men since ESPN's body shaping.
Just when you thought this amazing NFL season was over, we're here to rescue you with one final jam-packed hour-long celebration. Would you concentrate?
I'm sorry, I'm trying. It's just, woo, what a spectacular season it was. We had Woodrow Dantzler dancing down the sidelines, Emmett breaking Walter's rushing record, and let's not forget the twins.
Tiki and Rondé.
Wasn't the twins I was thinking of?
Hey.
Nothing. Anyway, we're coming to you from the gorgeous beaches of Honolulu, the site of NFL's Pro Bowl.
Throughout the season, players and coaches were outfitted with microphones in order to capture the authentic sounds of the game.
And after editing out all of the jokes about players morbidly obsessing about their mamas, we're left with the sounds of the season.
What does it sound like?
I can't...
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Oh, it's your birthday. It's your birthday.
It's the type of team. Jason Taylor. Simeon Rice. Michael Strahan.
Oh, he's right over here. Let's give him his award. Jason, hi. Congratulations on being quarterback's worst nightmare. Would you like to say something?
Sure. I'd like to thank everyone that voted for me. It's a great honor, but you know, as mean as I am to quarterbacks and the other guys on the football field, I'm equally as nice to beautiful women, especially ones that I'm a fan of, like Jennifer.
Come
here, baby.
He called me baby. Well, Jason, did you know that even the toughest of men need some icy hot or gauze from time to time? And with that in mind, we have brought in our resident medical expert, Dr. Maxim, to examine some patients and dispense advice throughout the show. So, put on a gown and listen to the doctor's orders, unless you don't have health insurance, in which case, please change the channel, you freeloaders.
Come on, baby.
Let's go.
Man, wait your turn.
Yeah, you know what? Why don't you stay over there, copy boy?
Yeah,
exactly.
and let's coffee.
All right.
Welcome back. You know, after spending the last few days in Hawaii, I've noticed some local phrases that should sound awfully familiar to any NFL fan. For example, all the locals in Honolulu say, hang loose, which, if I'm not mistaken, is also the name of the Minnesota Vikings defensive scheme.
Yeah, and speaking of laid-back schemes, our correspondent Joey Fatone managed to crash our Super Bowl party last weekend, and here's a full report. Now, hopefully, this went better than my disastrous Super Bowl bash. I threw it this year. You weren't there. You had a prior engagement.
Wasn't invited.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
My mistake. Anyway, let's go to Joey with the PlayStation whip around. He has a PlayStation party.
The whip around.
The whip around.
Give him the whip around,
You got the whip appeal, you do the whip around.
Whip around.
Go.
Flexen has tipped it corner the end zone for a Pittsburgh Steelers touchdown.
Wow.
Let's go see the winner right now. Hi, Eric. Hey, congratulations on winning Catch of the Year.
Thank you. Well, you know, I have to thank my fans that voted for me and things like that, but you know what they say, it's really all in the size of a man's hands, really.
Really? Well, anywho, Eric, stick with me for a second. From grilling hot dogs to downing a few brews, tailgating is an essential part of the football experience. Now, for more enlightening tips and in-depth look inside the world of professional tailgating, let's hand it off to the other white meat, comedian Mitch Fatel.
For those of you interested in even more MTV Cribs, be sure to catch next week's episode as Johnny O'Toole's neighbor Tanya Harding shows off her new home muffler and brake pads.
Now, before we move on to our next award, we'd like to pause for a moment and reflect upon the exciting events of last Sunday.
Yes, Super Bowl 37 was loaded with compelling matchups. #1 offense versus #1 defense. John Gruden versus his former teammates. And what was the last one?
Shania Twain.
Oh, yeah, Shania Twain versus Gwen Stefani. They had that midriff war going on, didn't
It
they?
was nice.
See?
All right, here now is one final look back at Super Bowl 37.
You gotta be able to lean on people, and then you gotta be able to kick their ass when it counts.
Hey, I'm here with Jonathan Ogden. He's getting a massage, and we're going to sneak up on him and give him his award for Best Outburst. Hey, Jonathan. Congratulations on your deservedly dubious award.
Well, thank you. I do deserve this.
He does deserve this. Now, speaking of tirades, I just heard backstage that Jim Fossil has been arrested at a Parsippany, New Jersey mall for verbally assaulting a Foot Locker referee. Well, if anyone has the cure for hotheads, it's our Dr. Maxim. Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, Jennifer.
Will you be my new boyfriend?
Sure.
Oh, you're the best in the whole...
Me, I'm going to be getting hives.
You guys are seriously pathetic.
What's the matter with her, man? Love, before we move on, I have some breaking news to report. NFL Commissioner Paul Tagliabue just announced that to make future Pro Bowls more competitive, the winning conference will be allowed to select one boy band to use as tackling dummies for next season. That's a good decision right there.
That is a good decision.
That's sound thinking.
Thank you, Orlando.
Thank you, Mr. Tagliabue.
Now, speaking of big hits, what do the Icky Shuffle,
Icky Shuffle,
the Bob and Weave,
and
the Dirty Bird all have in common?
Bird is dirty.
Okay, you guessed it. They were all popular euphemisms for sex in the 80s. However, they were also popular Endzone dances spawned by the Bengals, Rams, and Falcons. And for this year's Best Endzone celebration, the nominees are...
How do you do the Dirty Bird? I'm just curious.
I'll show you later.
Nice, let's go, Barry. Come on back. You're not that old.
In a ceremony held earlier this week, awards were handed out in a variety of categories honoring special off-the-field accomplishments.
For example, Endorser of the Year honors went to Emmitt Smith for his heroic struggle for long-distance savings.
Well, now here's a complete recap of the awards already presented.
A recap?
That endorser thing,
Watch
by the way,
this.
really funny.
Wasn't that nice? Thank you very much.
The Cowboys rookie safety will score. Those 8 touchdowns lead on.
You know, you're not much bigger than me. I think I could probably take you.
Try it.
Yeah, you want some of this? You know, you're lucky I got other interviews to do.
While pondering our next award, I was reminded of an old sports cliche that says football is a team game. But sometimes individual efforts are required, and the nominees for this award often carry their team, or more accurately, the other team, on their backs. Literally. Here are the nominees for hardest man to bring down.
The nominees are Mike Allstott,
Cuts right, outside to the 32, out of a shoe tackle, 35, stays up, 40, 45, stays up.
Priest Ho,
Our last award for the evening is reserved for the best of the best, the Playa of the Year.
Player.
The kind of guy who talks the talk and walks the walk, like
And
Orlando.
then for good measure, you know what I do?
What?
I talk the talk a little more.
Well, here are the nominees for the first ever Maxim Playa of the Year.
Player, big baller, shot caller, player.